Character designs are very important to, well, characters. A lot of thought and care must go into the process of making one if you want to bring in a large audience to be interested in their look, and by extension, the series they're from. When it comes to this series, there are a lot of cool and interesting character designs. Some are designed great, and others are just... did you even try? So let's go through some of the many Sonic characters that journalists love to shit on because God forbid having supporting characters, and rank them in a tier list because who doesn't enjoy a tier list? The characters I gathered up are mainly from the main gaming series with a few exceptions for a few characters because it's my video, I make the rules, deal with it. Also, this is based on the character's main design. So for example, regular Knuckles is on here, but Boom Knuckles isn't, to much of many people's displeasure, all two of them. And also to keep this list nice and short, I've decided to put a few characters on here first without much explanation as to why, outside of this is where I think they belong. Starting off with Sonic, I love his quills. They're nice and long and thick. That's what she said. I think his quills are two of the most defining parts of his character design. The other is his clean red shoes. I love the gold buckle with the white strap. I also love his socks poking out of his shoes to give it more attention to detail. Sonic's eyes, or eye, makes for some funny and badass facial expressions. Pretty impressive to have something like that work in multiple kinds of emotions. I'll put Sonic straight in S tier. Just as a quick comment, I think Eggman's Boom design is the best design of Eggman in the series. Easily my favorite part of his regular design is his big messy mustache. A mustache so good that I'm jealous I can't grow anything remotely to it. I like his red jacket with the extra details on it. His boots are fine. Sometimes I think they're too long, but hey, we can't control our shoe sizes, so I'm gonna let that one slide. I'll put him in A tier, but if this was his Boom design, I would for sure put him in S tier. Up next is Tikal. No, I'm not going in character chronological order. I like the cute diamond skirt she has on. She's got some nice sports tape. Tribal tape? Yeah, let's go with tribal tape. She's got nice tribal tape and I like how parts of it are in her hair. Of course, you gotta appreciate the jewelry she has on, and she has a nice shade of orange to her as well. I'll put her right behind Sonic. I love Shadow as a character and I love his design just as much. I like his red, black, and white color scheme. Pretty cool how parts of his quills are raised up. I love the design on his gloves and how they match up with his shoes, and generally speaking, his shoes are just so damn clean. Love how they're designed, even though they're bits to draw. He's going straight to the top of S tier. Vector's base design, not including his accessories, I think is good. His snout is designed well, and his upper torso is that proper big dick confidence chest that I love. Oh, maybe that's why he's the leader of the Chaotix. It's that chest. Other than his gold chain, I'm not a fan of his other accessories, especially his shoes. Like, those shoes just aren't it for me. Much like Eggman, I think Vector's Boom design is way better. He has way better shoes here, has a clean vest, and he doesn't have those elementary school headphones either. But his regular design here I think is fine. I'll just put him in C tier. Tails' two big fluffy tails are not part of his character design. His big bushy mustache, but not really a mustache, is pretty neat along with his chest hair. How old is this guy again? Damn. I didn't know 8-year-olds could get hair like that so early. I really love that black border between the cuff of his gloves. It fits along with his Pokeball themed shoes. I'll put Tails in S tier. Alright, so right off the bat, the only thing I find weird about Espio's design is his whole head. The way it's shaped and his banana horn makes him look like a Barney character. Other than that, the rest of the design is good enough that it makes me forget about that. He has pretty cool shoes and gloves. Also like the big black spikes he has on his back. I'll put him in high B. Amy's character design is so simple. She has a cute red dress with red and white boots, has a nice little red headpiece on top of her head. Comparing this to her classic look, this is like a huge upgrade to me. Also like that her quills are brushed down. Extra points for her hammer having the same color scheme as her clothing. I think I'll put her right above Tails. Alright, so I'm just gonna say this. I don't like Big the Cat. What a completely original and never before heard Sonic opinion. But I'm gonna try and keep my personal feelings about this character out of this. Even with that in mind, Big's character design just isn't doing it for me. His ugly ass grandpa sandals are the part I dislike the most about his character design. His ears are long, which I'm not against in theory, but they're just too long for my liking. His gloves are okay, but overall I think this character design is just you know, I'm just gonna put him in D tier. Charmy's tiny jacket he has on is nice. Neat touch how there's a B symbol on it as well. I like his helmet as well with the goggles. Don't think I've seen this character with the goggles on, but his shoes are clean as well. Overall, I really like Charmy's character design. I'll put Charmy in high A. When it comes to adorable Sonic characters, Cream for sure takes that #1 spot to me. I like her cute little school uniform with the blue ribbon and neat shoes. Also love her big long ears. I'm gonna give a little shout out to her rider's attire because her fit there is clean. I mean, just look at her. It looks like she's going to referee a bingo game. Love it. I'll put her in S tier right above Tails. Knuckles' design generally is pretty good. I like the long red dreads with his Lego shoes. His boxing gloves is a cool look for him, but I think it comes at the cost of variety when coming up with interesting poses when it comes to this character. I don't want to go further on that because time, but who knows, maybe I'll probably make a video about this in the future. The only thing I don't like about Knuckles' design is that white toenail clipping on his chest. This shit looks weird to me. I think he should be right behind Charmy. Blaze's design top to bottom I love. Nice 4 strands of her hair tied up with a headpiece. Has a neat bindi, I hope I said that right, that matches with her headpiece. I really love her general head design. She actually represents a cat in a way. She's got a beautiful tailcoat along with her fluffy cuff gloves and socks? Yeah, let's go with socks. And her stylish pink heels. She's going straight to S tier right above Sonic. King Arthur has one of those character designs that on paper looks great, but hit me with a bus if I ever have to draw this guy because he's so detailed. I like how his crown is a part of his armor, at least I think that's a crown. He has cool sharp gauntlets and nice ribbons on the back of his armor with some cool designs to them. His sword is a little meh to me, but that's not to take away from his character design. I'll put him in A tier. Yeah, A tier is a pretty good place for him. Quick editor's note, but trying to find a good official winner of this character is fucking impossible. Sega showed no love for Merlina. Jeez. Anyways, Merlina's robe along with the extra designs on it I think is pretty good, especially when it has a hoodie as well. Looks very comfortable. Also like her headpiece and the way her hair is braided. Solid pinkish purple hair and the design of her staff is good as well. I'll put Merlina in A tier. Miss Rule 34 has a pretty good look for herself. Please keep your pants on, folks. I like her big bat ears along with her wings. Her wings generally are well designed in the official art Sega pumps out, especially the 3D renders. She has nice blue eyeliner with long, bold eyelashes. I said keep your pants on, you thirsty bastards. And I really love the design of her gloves and boots. Nice heart-shaped pieces on her design as well. I'll put Rouge right into S tier. As terrible as they handled this character, do better Sega. Infinite's character design is the complete opposite of that. He has cool sharp gloves that would be great for slicing pizza. He has well-designed shoes. His mask is designed weird, but in a good kind of weird. And I think because of how odd it looks, it adds to his mysterious and menacing character, especially with the one eye glaring at you and the other side of his mask lighting up whenever he uses the Phantom Ruby. I'm putting this guy in A tier. Little girl blue, nice blue dress, blue eyes. Gee, I wonder what her favorite color is. Honestly, this character design is pretty simple and straightforward. I think it's fine. B for blue and B for B tier. On to the Genie of the Ring. Her hair design is pretty solid. I didn't notice this until I made this video, but she has both a ponytail and a bun. She has enough hair to pull it off, and honestly, it doesn't look like overkill. I think it's the way her hair is designed that makes this work. She has so much jewelry on her, but it's the right amount that doesn't take away from her design. Love her big puffy genie pants and her sandals where the straps of them wrapped around her legs. Great character design. She is indeed S tier material. The Genie of the Lamp has some mass to him. Nice to know he's been spending some time getting those gains while being stuck in a lamp. The way his hair designed is pretty cool. Has some interesting tattoos and his gear is pretty solid. He looks like a convincing villain, a scary one at that with those eyes. I'll put this guy in A tier. I'm gonna count all of these guys as one because I don't care enough to go through each of them one by one. In general, every one of these designs look terrible. They look like a bunch of generic bad guys off of some Saturday morning cartoon. Awful. Easily at the bottom of the list. Everyone's favorite princess, Princess Elise. Gotta say, the dress she has on is very beautiful with the feathers on the bottom of it, along with the cool X-shaped golden strap on top. Her hair design is really nice and really red with a nice feather headpiece on top of it. Her pantyhose are really shiny, almost as shiny as a trophy, and her heels have a nice design to them as well. Damn, all this Elise praise I'm sure is driving you guys nuts, huh? This design is more than enough for her to be an S tier for me. There's not much I can say about Chip's design. It looks good. Solid Pokemon inspired design with a good color scheme. I'll put Chip in B tier. Silver's design is really good. I love the way his clothes are designed. Weed Man the Hedgehog. He has some cool boots and gloves with some nice color schemes to them. Also love how these sections of his boots and gloves glow up whenever he's using his powers. This is a S tier design right here. Sage's design looks alright. The onion-shaped hairstyle is what takes the cake for me about her look. Pretty cool particle powers surrounding her design, and that sharp eye really shows that she's a character not to be messed with. Her design, I'd say, will go in A tier. Styx' design here, I'm not a fan of, only because of her clothing. It looks so low rent and bland, but I do like her long ponytails with the straps at the end. Has good messy hair on the tips of her ears, and her color scheme is really good as well. Sucks that she's pretty much wearing hobo clothing. That being said, I still think her design is good enough for her to be an A tier. Mephiles is a weird one for me. From the color scheme to his soul-piercing eyes, I do like the design. My only gripe with it is that he looks too much like Shadow. Like if you put these two characters side by side, he really does look like an infected Shadow. I think it sucks because for a character that played a huge role as the antagonist in Sonic 06, I think he deserves to have a character design more unique to him rather than having a design that's similar to an already existing character. And for all the reasons I just said, I'm gonna have to put him in B tier. Chaos's design is really good, mainly because of how simple and unique it is. I like how you can see his brain within him because he's made out of water essentially, and he has a nice shade of lime green eyes. I'll put him in A tier. And that's pretty much it. This is my list for all the character designs in the Sonic series. Do you guys agree with this list? Do you don't? Tell me in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.